What if the reason your funnel isn't converting has nothing to do with your traffic, or even your offer? A lot of service business owners confuse activity with progress. You're tweaking your landing page, sending out emails, trying new tools, but the results still don't move. It feels like something's missing, but you can't quite spot it. In this video, I'll show you how to pinpoint exactly where your funnel is breaking down. You'll also find out how to fix it in under 5 minutes using a checklist designed to expose the blind spots most people miss. And with that said, let's get started. Most business owners send emails that sound like they could have been written by anyone, for anyone. They're generic. They don't address the specific concerns your prospects are actually wrestling with, and they don't build the kind of trust that makes someone want to respond. The other big issue? Most emails jump straight to the offer without addressing the objections that are already running through your prospect's mind. They are thinking things like, "This probably won't work for my situation," or "I bet this is more complicated than they're making it sound." But your emails aren't addressing those doubts. Sequence number 1, the welcome nurture sequence. Let's start with your welcome sequence because this is where most service businesses completely drop the ball. When someone joins your list, you have about 72 hours to make a strong first impression. Miss this window and you'll be fighting an uphill battle for their attention forever. Your welcome sequence should feel like a digital handshake. It's not about immediately pitching your services. It's about showing that you understand their world and that you're going to provide value, not just ask for things. Here's what needs to happen in those first few emails. First, acknowledge the specific problem that brought them to you. Don't be vague about it. If they signed up for a guide about improving their website conversions, talk about that frustration of spending money on traffic that doesn't turn into customers. Second, set clear expectations about what they'll hear from you and how often. People hate surprises in their inbox, especially from businesses they barely know yet. Third, share something genuinely helpful that they can act on immediately. Not your biggest secret, but something that gives them a quick win and shows you know what you're talking about. Sequence 2, the objection-busting follow-up. This is the sequence that separates amateur email marketers from pros, and most service businesses completely skip it. Here's what happens. Someone shows interest in your service. Maybe they download something or visit your sales page, but then they go quiet. Your instinct might be to follow up with more information about your offer, but that's exactly the wrong move. Instead, you need to address the objections that are keeping them from moving forward. Create a 3-email series that feels helpful, not pushy. The first email addresses their biggest fear about working with someone like you. Maybe it's, what if this doesn't work for my specific industry? Or what if I don't have time to implement this properly? The second email tackles the practical concerns, things like timeline, what the process actually looks like, or how they'll know if it's working. The third email validates their hesitation. Let them know it's okay if now isn't the right time, but give them a way to stay connected for when it is. The key here is to acknowledge that buying is scary, especially for service businesses where the results aren't immediately tangible. You're not trying to overcome their objections with more selling. You're showing that you understand their concerns and have thought through solutions. 3. The re-engagement sequence. Here's something most service business owners do not realize. You probably have a goldmine of almost customers sitting in your email list right now. These are people who were interested enough to join your list, maybe even engaged with your content for a while, but then went quiet. The mistake most people make is either ignoring these subscribers completely or hitting them with the same promotional emails they send to everyone else. Neither approach works. Your re-engagement sequence needs to start with genuine curiosity about why they went quiet. Maybe your content shifted in a direction that wasn't relevant to them anymore. Maybe they got busy and stopped opening emails from everyone, not just you. Offer them something valuable that doesn't require a big commitment. It could be a simple checklist, a short video that solves a specific problem, or even just asking what they're struggling with most right now. The goal isn't to immediately convert them into customers. It's to reestablish that connection and figure out if there's still a fit between what you offer and what they need. Now let's talk about the technical stuff that can sabotage even the best email sequences. Deliverability issues can kill your results before anyone even sees your content. Make sure you're using a reputable email service provider and that your sending domain is properly authenticated. This isn't as complicated as it sounds, and most email platforms will walk you through the setup. For personalization, forget about just dropping their first name into the subject line. Real personalization means sending emails that reflect where they are in their buyer's journey and what specific challenges they're facing. And please make sure you're following basic compliance rules. Include an unsubscribe link in every email. Honor unsubscribe requests immediately, and only email people who actually opted in to hear from you. Here's a simple framework you can use to create any email sequence: meet, relate, guide, and invite. Meet them where they are emotionally and practically. What's their current situation and how are they feeling about it? Relate by showing you understand their specific challenges, not just the general category of problems you solve. Guide them toward a solution, but focus on education and building trust, not just promoting your services. Then invite them to take the next logical step, whether that's booking a call, checking out a case study, or simply replying to share their biggest challenge. The key to making this work is segmentation. You don't need complicated automation, but you should have different sequences for different types of prospects. Someone who downloaded your pricing guide is in a different mindset than someone who signed up for your weekly newsletter. Here's the truth. You don't need to completely reinvent how you communicate with your prospects. You just need to fix the small leaks in your current approach. Most service businesses are closer to effective email marketing than they think. They just need to address the specific concerns their prospects have, build trust more systematically, and stop treating their email list like a generic audience. Start with one sequence. Pick the one that addresses your biggest current challenge. If you're getting plenty of new subscribers but they're not engaging, focus on your welcome sequence. If people are interested but not buying, work on your objection-busting follow-up. If you would like a quick 5-minute audit of your funnel or your process to spot the areas that you can test and improve upon, check out the free downloadable checklist especially made for service businesses with smaller teams. It's meant to help you trace the leaks in your own business and identify what your next steps should be to solve it. This way, you can make changes to those exact areas of your sales pipeline and understand your customer better. This way, you'll be more likely to get more out of your marketing efforts even with the same number of leads in future. The link is in the description below. This has been clicksandthings.com. See you in the next one.